to That Wrestling Podcast.
Well, it is time. Wrestlemania is upon us. The showcase of the immortals, where legends become gods, where losers like us watch on the couch, or, in one case, in the building. It's WrestleMania week, guys. Yes, it's the preview here on That Wrestling Podcast. The gang's here, Brian, Joe, Jason, and Kevin, and we will have our preview and predictions. No. Not doing this again. You can if you want. Go for it. The floor is yours.
Time to play the game.
Thank you. Marvin, or whatever his name is.
Wait for it.
Time to play the game.
If you're not going to call me by my name,
Yeah.
I do need the entrance music.
Well, that I can be okay with. That's more than okay with me. It's
Okay.
Time to play the game.
You said it was okay for you, so I'm going to do it again.
okay. All right.
Time to play the game.
Stick with us, folks. It gets better. I promise.
This will be the WrestleMania 35 edition of That Wrestling Podcast. You never know when it's going to end.
It never ends. We've got so many predictions coming up. We're going to have our guest picker join us as well for all of that fun. So yeah, guys, let's get into it, man. Jay, I want you to go last with our first question, because for myself, Kevin, Joe, we are homebound for WrestleMania. You will be in Vegas is it Allegiant Stadium, the name? You'll be there in the building for both nights of WrestleMania. So I put this question out to all of us, and it can really be taken any direction you want. Question is, I will love this WrestleMania if this happens. Kevin, would you like to begin?
I would.
Good, 'cause you are.
Wonderful.
I will say, if something happens that I have no idea that's going to happen,
Okay.
and that means I don't. We can say, oh, The Rock shows up. Maybe that will happen, right? Oh, maybe we'll have a return like Rusev, Aleister Black. That might happen. I want to be so surprised that I'm like, holy shit.
For a second, I thought you said Alex Trebek, and
Oh.
you said Aleister Black, but that would be a surprise if Alex
Well, in
Trebek
true
came
Jeopardy
back.
Isn't he
fashion.
dead?
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
Okay,
that
yeah,
would be a
Rest in peace.
Well,
Alex.
we would have the Undertaker then come out.
yeah.
I want to be so surprised
That would be a needle mover if Trebek came back from the grave.
That's on me, Kev. I heard you say that. I was like, wait, what? Aleister Black, he said. Okay. Anything else? Is there anything about, like, what's your plan with you and Brett? Is he going to be watching both nights and staying up for a bit? What are you thinking here?
He'll watch everything.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get a lot of beer. We're gonna make
Whoa, you're letting him drink?
Yeah, you're letting him drink too.
Wow.
What's going on
maybe we'll have some root beer. I told Laura we're gonna make slobber knockers. Those are we used to make them in Louisville. You basically just get the Pillsbury dough. You put them in like a pie pan, and then you stuff them with all sorts of pizza stuff, so they explode.
Ooh.
We nickname them slobber knockers. Yeah,
It sounds like those Little Caesars, like pizza puffs, kind of.
Yeah,
you guys had those yet? Yeah.
They're
good.
delicious. This
They're
is the
good.
thing with WrestleMania, and I won't get too off tangent. Everyone can have their critique, but when we get really close to it, that's like when it gets so exciting, right? I want it like now.
Mm-hmm.
But for my thing, I want to be surprised with something. I want to be so surprised.
Fantastic. Joe, what's your barometer with this WrestleMania you'll love?
This is only one thing, and it's a spoiler for my picks, so you already know who I'm picking for one match. I will love it, and I will be so happy. I'll probably be jumping up like you did at B-Dubs when Sean kicked out. If Dom wins the IC title, that's because my students hate him, and I'm like, you just don't get it. He's
And
amazing.
Hate your students. So it's all
I know.
good.
I know. But it's like that will make me so happy because I think I'm like, that's what And if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to be upset. But yeah, Dom winning at WrestleMania, it
Okay.
doesn't matter if that happens, nothing else will make me upset.
Yeah, that's a solid one. We'll get to the picks again a bit later on. Love that idea. For me,
Joe picked Penta. What?
your picks are not final until
Yes.
until they're in.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I'm not saying I'm picking them. I'm saying it would make me happy.
that's true. That's true. It's a technicality. Yeah, I'm kind of the same as Kevin. I think my barometer now is, and it's not too far from what you said, Joe, about the B-Dubs, Shawn Michaels Taker thing. I need to fall off the couch at some point.
You might.
just like I did with Cena kicking Cody in the nuts. I fell right off Jay's couch onto the floor. I can think back.
You hung up on your fiance when Brock beat The Undertaker.
I did. I've done that as well. I can think I watched Money in the Bank at Matt Young's house. And when Chelsea went off the top of the table top of the ladder through the two tables to the outside, I think I fell off his couch.
I was there.
You were, yes, indeed. So that's my barometer. I think I'm actually going to be at Matt's on night 1 Saturday. So that's my bar. It can be, there's a whole lot of other criteria of like, I need some good food, I need some laughs, everything. But it doesn't matter who it is that does it, but something has to happen that is a couch fall off moment. That means it's an all timer for me. Jay, the barometer is different for you. You are in Las Vegas, but by the time you'll be catching your flight, maybe by the time you're listening to this,
maybe,
possibly, yeah.
I am waiting for this guy to show up.
Hey guys,
Tony
Khan here.
My God.
Going to WrestleMania this weekend.
That's a shocker.
Tony doesn't know, but yeah, and nobody listens to this bullshit. So yeah, going to WrestleMania.
See, that's what I was waiting for. That guy to show up at WrestleMania.
Thanks, dude. I'm Tony Todd. I gotta go to WrestleMania. Bye.
Also, I want Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Okay.
I want Brock Lesnar, and I want Tessa Blanchard.
To
confront Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
Neither of those things are gonna happen, but I want those things to happen.
But you'll at least be at TNA too, I believe.
I am going to TNA Thursday. I'm not sure when production's posting this, but we're recording on Wednesday night during AEW. There will be no AEW talk.
You guys suck.
But it's WrestleMania.
Our apologies,
Cody.
Cody. Apologies.
There's nothing we can do about that. So Thursday, I fly early. I'm going to Winter Circle Pro Wrestling, which is a promotion run out of Chino, California. My friends own, and then shooting over to UNLV for the TNA show. Now, I have a GA ticket, so I don't know if this is kind of like the bullpen area where everyone's just standing, or if it's actual just sit wherever you want, kind of like I did for Ric Flair's last match in Nashville. But yeah, cool, so as far as this weekend, I would love to see Tessa Blanchard pop up as well as the Beast.
Is there anything, because you've covered a little bit of the schedule, is there anything that's like not on the list that you're like just hoping like, if I have the time, or like this is the one thing that just didn't make the cut? Because there's just so much shit going on.
Well, there's two.
Okay.
There is a steakhouse in the New York called Gallagher's, and I love Gallagher. Now, the problem is they open at 4:00. So if I'm going to go to Gallagher's, I have to go Friday night after SmackDown if I don't get Hall of Fame tickets, or Saturday or Sunday after Mania. Now, my wife does not like to eat that late, where it'll be like a 9:00.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing. And then there is an Italian restaurant in the Palazzo that I can't think of right now that I'd love. But another place that it's the big thing.
Luigi's?
No. It is, they have this chicken parm, but it's flattened. So it's literally like the size of an entire dinner plate. It's awesome.
Okay.
Ooh.
So those are the two. Usually I go to the Las Vegas Fight Club when I'm there, or Fight Shop, but I don't know if I'll have a time for that. But it's a lot in a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And this year, I think because it's my last, which someone asked me if I was losing my interest in wrestling because it's my last WrestleMania for a while, my last Jericho cruise for a while. And I said, it's not that I'm losing interest. It's just my wallet is losing interest. Everything
That's a
is
great
so overpriced. And this weekend's going to fucking suck money-wise, but
Yeah.
it's the last one. And if you guys didn't have kids, you would have been here, and I wouldn't have went to Vegas. But you guys have kids, and it's Easter.
Yeah.
So that's the whole deal there. But I'm sure there's a million other things I want to do. Like, would I love to go see Natty in Bloodsport? Of course I would.
Yeah. Yeah. GCW,
The collective,
Mhm.
everything that's going on there, West Coast Pro. I mean, just so much.
Yeah.
And
What day are you doing the
realistically,
world?
Friday morning.
Fridays. Okay. So you might catch
Because-
McAfee show, maybe.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm going on Friday because I want to get to the store because after Friday, a lot of that shit's just picked over and left over.
Yeah.
So I want to
If
get
it-
in. Now, look, I was able to order the John Cena Vegas shirt a couple days ago.
Mhm.
So it'll get here whenever it gets here. I don't know what else I want. I'm going to get my mini belt like I always get. And then who knows? I mean, the only other thing I really want, and I do have the money to splurge on this one because I just made some sales. If they did a full-size Triple H commemorative belt, like you know how they had like Roman,
Yeah.
Macho, like Undertaker, like the Triple H one would be the one.
Yeah.
Don't
But-
they have one?
I haven't seen one. I have not
I
seen.
thought
a
they
Triple
had
H
one, which was like the cross, like the H and like the throne and everything. I thought I saw one. I don't know.
Did not see that, but if they're gonna do it, this is the weekend to do it.
Right. Right. It is.
So
How much? Like, what do you think that would cost? $1,000?
600, 700, like it is on the website.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
If it's anything like a Rumble store, yes, you have to go Friday because Saturday was just smalls and triple XLs were the only sizes that were there. A couple larges, no XLs. But I did get my hoodie. It was available on shop. I got the last one, so I
Nice.
ordered it. I love it.
Yeah, so it's like I said, there's a million things to do. Like I was literally
Right.
working on my do I or do I not go to WrestleCon on Saturday, and then trying to figure out the 4 people I really want that are there. Saturday's the only day that they are there. Now, I'm not looking for criticism or opinions, but I wanted to meet Ronda Rousey, and she's only there Friday. I can't do Friday, so
Okay. Yeah, it's funny too. You talk about just the whole money aspect of it, losing interest. That was good. Somebody had a sign at Raw. Did you guys catch it? It was like, this financially ruined me.
financially ruined me.
It,
Yeah.
was on the TV, or on Netflix, I guess I should
And
say.
then there's rumors that Payback's coming back to Pittsburgh in September,
That's what you said. Yeah.
which is great. Kind of weird. Maybe it's
Yeah,
the
they were just there.
It's the alliteration. Pittsburgh
think
Payback.
I
You
don't
know,
buy it because Raw's coming there in June.
June,
So it's like it's too soon.
Oh,
It's
that seems too quick. Then.
July,
Yeah.
August, 3 months.
Yeah.
And if they make tickets available that night
Man.
on Raw like they used to, it might not. That might be true.
Yeah.
So
All right.
yeah.
Well, I know where I would be saying.
Well, you'd say
The
my
hotel
house now,
across
'cause
the
I have
hotel
a-
across the
'cause
street.
I have a house now.
Yeah.
It's
you-
walking distance.
And none of you fuckers showered at when you
He's
were here.
blowing
for 2
it off.
days.
Yeah, I'd have to come back and try the shower out.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Everything,
Fucking
everything
If
else was
anything,
good.
Jay, we saved you water bill. Okay.
No, it's just so. Shut up.
And speaking of
Brock
money,
Lesnar and Tessa Blanchard. That's what I'm hoping for at WrestleMania.
mark it down. Speaking of money, I found this earlier from Darren Rovell, and he's
Oh.
if you don't know, he's like a bit of sports business journalist, but I think he started his own collectible like website, and he put up on eBay, it said complete in the box a WWF ring. And it's the Sling'em Fling'em wrestling ring. And I sent this to all of you guys.
This is
And-
the LJN ring. just so
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
And Jay, you have gotten in on the bidding.
Well, yeah, because when I get a text message that says, you should bid on this,
Yeah,
and then we can talk about live updates on the show.
it's a great idea.
And my response was, why don't you bid on it? And then we'll do live updates on the show.
Yeah.
But because I love this show and I will do just about anything for this show, I put down an initial bid of $250.
Okay.
I was leading, and then I lost. Then I went up to 300,
Wow.
and then somebody bid 301. You're fucking pussies if you do that shit. I'm gonna bid
301.
$1 more.
Oh.
You might as well be
off.
on the Price is Right.
No,
I hate you people.
You might as
You're
well
losing.
be in a fucking loser bin. That's what you are. So finally, my final bid, I put my max bid at $450.
Wow.
I don't even want this thing,
Right.
but because of you and my love for this program, I will do it. Now, as of right now, there's 3 hours left in the whatchamacallit, in the time left.
We may still be going.
Current
There's a lot of matches.
No, because Brian's Zoom's only an hour.
You're right. You're right.
My max bid is $450, and I will not bet another dollar. But I would like to think that if I do not win this, I will at least have helped Darren Rovell make some money.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the current bid right now is $392. There's 24 bids.
Okay.
So $58, and they'll top me. But then some fucking moron who likes Pokemon and shit will bet like 451,
Right.
or 450.25 or some bullshit like that. So I love the show so much. I will spend money that I shouldn't, because I should be spending money this weekend when I go to Vegas, but because Brian says, oh yeah. So Brian, remember when I say, hey, you should watch this, or hey, check this out, fucking do it.
Fair enough.
Because I did it for you.
Fair enough. You're putting your money where your mouth is for the good of the show, and that's very commendable.
Now, point is with this ring, as a child, I think we all probably had, it's the LJN ring.
Yes.
Yep.
And at one time, I told a story about how I got that ring for Christmas, and I had the wrestlers, and I took pictures, and I created figure photography with that
you
ring.
did say that.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome.
things that I've created: figure photography, the And One mixtape, and social media. I've created 3 monster ideas.
The entire social media.
I did, because when I was in Johnstown, my douchebag program director called me self-absorbed because I wanted to update my page on the station's website every day with something new. And he said I was self-absorbent. When you fucker, I created social media, asshole. I'm the man. I'm the algorithm. I make things happen.
Do you still have your LJNs or no?
Oh no.
Well,
I've
if
got
you
a
win
big,
that, if you
I've
win
got
the
a
ring,
big rubber guy that Joe got me at WrestleCon Indy, the Dusty Rhodes. There is another reason why WrestleCon is kind of enticing to me. They're doing a Harley race, bloody, big rubber guy, WrestleCon exclusive. So
Nice.
if you win that ring, I'll bring. I think I have like 10 or 12 at LJNs and the.
Sorry,
and the
are you making a
I'll
play
bring
date?
them down. Yeah, we're gonna have a play date.
You can do
I thought
figure,
you were saying I was getting to keep them because I did it for the good of the show. So
bring out the figure photography. Bring it back.
Here's the thing. I hate taking your side on this one, but I think since you're doing this for the good of the show and you're doing it for Brian, he has to introduce you as the algorithm from now on.
Ooh,
If you win,
no,
No,
because
not
I've
even if
done
he
it.
wins. 'Cause
I've
he's
already
doing
put
it.
$450 out for this thing that I may or may not win.
if you don't win, you keep your money, right?
And I should be called the algorithm for making shit
Okay.
happen.
My
Okay, here we
goodness.
go. Here's a compromise.
And I become first in the Pick'ems ranking.
All right. We're not doing that.
Bonus
If he-
question.
if he
Is
wins-
Jay gonna win?
If he wins, you have to do it.
Fair enough.
If he
Yeah, of course,
loses-
absolutely.
If he loses, you have to do it once a month.
Once a
That's
show.
Fine, fine.
Once
Once a
a
month.
show.
That's
At the
that's
top
fair.
of the show.
I think an intro once a month is
It's-
fair for.
I'm Brian.
Right.
The other guys are here. And now we welcome the algorithm.
Okay, Brian, don't do anything. It took it too far.
All right.
What about
All-
WrestleMania?
All quality
Isn't that
ideas.
happening?
Yeah. So, all right. So it's about literally 8:29 right now. We
Oh
will
my
check
God.
in on the bids a little bit later on the show. See if the numbers have changed. See if your bid's still alive, Jay. So we'll keep tabs on that. Before we get into the WrestleMania of it all, WWE has been doing a countdown of the top WrestleMania matches of all time. They've been doing top 50. I presume they've been doing one every day. I believe that's how they did it. Let's go over the top 10.
Yeah.
Number 10 was Ronda Rousey, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch at Mania 35. Number 9, Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man at Mania 7. 8 is Hogan and Andre, Mania 3. Number 7, Dudley's, Hardy's, Edge and Christian, TLC, Mania 17. Number 6, Roman and Cody at last year, Mania 40. Number 5, Rock and Austin, Mania 17. 4, Savage and Steamboat, Mania 3. Number 3, Rock and Hogan at Mania 18. Number 2, Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mania 13. Number 1, Sami Zayn, Johnny Knoxville, WrestleMania. Sorry,
Crazy
typo.
that was number 1.
Typo. Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker at Mania 25. Guys, I don't know if you got to find the whole top 50 list, but what
No.
stood out to you? What
Nothing.
do you think?
I
High,
think
low? Did they get it pretty much right?
I found it interesting. Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky was 10.
That's too high.
Yeah, I think it is too.
That's too high.
I think it's there for the fact that it was historic.
Main
women,
events.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because you're thinking like match quality, then Hogan Andre shouldn't be in the top 10.
Nope.
Right.
But it's the historic part of it. So like, yeah, I think it deserves to be in the top 10 based on those first time women headlined a WrestleMania.
And-
a WrestleMania.
The longest WrestleMania in history at 41 hours.
Yes,
Yes.
it just finished.
Yeah. I just left Joe's house on
8 years
on
later.
Monday. Yeah.
I think outside of that one, that it holds its spot close to 10. I think that's a solid 10. I think Roman Cody at 40, I think it was put in there. Great match, but it was also put in there because it was very recent, I think, and it held the finish the story of the almost like the accumulation of like the story, finish the storyline with that match, everything. It makes you realize like I put Hogan Andre as one of my favorite matches of all time, just because just the importance, as Joe said, in the historical nature. But then you realize like Rock Hogan, Austin Rock, Bret Austin, like, okay, those matches are legit good and deserve to be in those around that top 5. So that top 10 is solid.
I just don't like that it's all the big main matches. There's good matches that didn't get all the love. Like, what was I talking about the other night or the last week or 2 weeks ago?
Piper
and
versus,
Adonis.
Yeah.
Like, I love those types of matches, but I don't know. I'm sure that match didn't even make what is it? Was it 100?
Top 50.
top 50.
Yeah, I doubt it
Where-
was even.
And Razor and Shawn WrestleMania 10.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I would
Where's
put
that?
in the top.
Where's
10, but-
Brett? Where's Brett and Owen from
Yeah.
WrestleMania?
Brett
10?
Owens
Brett Owens.
11.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
was
it's
just
11,
outside the
okay.
top 10. Razor and Shawn was 12. So
Okay.
on the cusp.
Like WrestleMania 10 should have a lot of matches in it.
Agreed.
It's such a good WrestleMania.
What about Brian? Where's Doink versus Crush?
Shockingly not on there, but I'm glad you mentioned that. That WrestleMania 9 Peacock documentary is so good. If you guys haven't watched it,
We watched
watch it. It's okay. How all the behind the scenes stuff, because
Well-
if you haven't watched it, it's the first time they really did those sort of things. That's so commonplace now. I loved it. I was marking out for all the nerdy behind the scenes things, even just the how they put it together with how they used to do a boxing pay-per-view in Caesar's Palace and all the set design.
Well, what I loved the most was that Scott Steiner said it was Savage that punched
Yes.
Hogan in the face and
Yeah.
not a jet ski.
That's a fun one, man.
I mean-
Definitely watch that.
Look,
And Undertaker said he should have bobbed instead of weaved.
Yeah.
So like he knew too.
and of course Hogan. Well, if they want to think that that's what happened, oh well.
Yeah.
I don't
that
believe
was
a word
the
he
first-
said because he was wearing that stupid beer shirt. So he's a liar because of wearing that shirt.
I may or may not have a friend that does that in WWE now. May or may not. And I may or may not have texted that friend that I may or may not have, and he told me it was a lot of fun going through all that stuff. He did a lot of work on the show, and or I may or may not have done a lot of work on that show, if he may or may not even exist. But great documentary.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. And then on WWE's YouTube, I don't know if this was a network thing. It was kind of the same deal, but with 31 that me and Kev were at separately and didn't know we were there until the end of the night. So like there's another, I love these types of behind the scenes things. So it was great. It's on Peacock. It's about an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely
140,
worth
yeah.
it. Definitely
Yeah,
worth it. Do yourself
so-
a favor.
So good, because I think on the surface you go WrestleMania 9, it has that horrible ending with Hogan. It was kind of a lame Mania in the sense that there's not like a 5-star classic type of match. But
It was one of these type of WrestleManias, Brian.
I need to go to the bathroom.
So it was.
It was
Did it
bad.
play?
oh yeah.
I need to
heard it.
go to the bathroom.
Went to the bathroom, I think is
I needed to go to the bathroom.
yeah.
That's our friend Alabama Man.
No, that's Angry Grandma, and she also put her opinions out on our show.
All fucking four of them, they were big fucking pussies.
Yeah,
It's
she does not like
unfortunate.
us. I wonder if she knows Alabama
Enunciate
Man.
that P.
But yeah, it's fun because it is the first Mania where they like made it a show with all the animals and the Cleopatras of it all and everything.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah. I was looking at the full list, a couple of ones that I'm like, Jesus, how was this so low? Real quick. 34 is Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, and Ric Flair's retirement match. I mean, God, I love that match.
It would be higher if it was true.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe that's
If he
it.
would have stayed retired, it would have probably been a top 10.
Joe,
think
your
they-
personal favorite, Gunther, Sheamus, Drew was 39.
I was there.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's respectable.
Did the Firefly Funhouse or the Boneyard match with AJ and Undertaker make it?
Nothing from the no crowd WrestleMania.
No.
Oh.
Nope.
How many Triple
Kofi
H?
Mania was
That's
35.
a
How
good
many
question.
Triple H matches are on this list?
Over under
Shocking.
4.5.
Yeah.
6.
Going with the over.
I'll go 6.
It looks like the highest one was number 18 with him and Undertaker at 28. Him and Daniel Bryan is number 28. And him and Undertaker the year before, Mania 27 is 37. This one, if I remember, this one shouldn't be on here. Remember him and Seth Rollins at 33? Mania 33? It was number 44. If you can get these numbers straight. And finally, Sting and Triple H. You guys were there. 49.
5.
That was a fun match. I like that one.
Yeah.
Oh, the over under was 4.5. You took the over, Jay.
You got 5. 5 happened to make it. Shocking.
Big winner. Big winner.
All right. Any last things on that, guys?
Well, we got 2 minutes before our guest picker.
Yep.
And this week, he is my official counsel on all things Pearl Jam. He was on earlier towards the tail end of last year. He is a coworker at the sanitation department. And is he here?
Not at the moment, but we can get it. We can.
Your facial was like, oh, I think he's here. That's what I thought you were about to do.
That was my extend the Zoom reminder. Oh shit! Let's go over the card though, just for as far as doing which one looks better to you on paper, which one excites you a little bit more. So night 1, we've got Jade and Naomi, Ray and El Grande Americano, LA Knight Jacob Fatu, War Raiders New Day, Tiffany and Charlotte, Jay Uso and Gunther, and Seth Roman CM Punk. Night 2, we've got, I'm presuming, a Randy Orton match. I mean, we don't know for sure, but I presume.
Right.
Priest and Drew in a street fight. AJ, Logan, Paul. The triple or the 4-way of Dom, Penta, Finn, and Braun for the IC. Tag champs for the ladies. Liv and Raquel against Bayley and Lyra. Io versus Rhea versus Bianca. And Cody and Cena. As Greg is joining in. Welcome, my friend. How are you? As he's getting
Good,
the
how are you
sound
guys?
on. Good, real
Thanks.
good. We're breaking down before we get to the picks. Which of the two nights more excites you? Which one looks stronger on paper to you? Kev, why don't you give us your initial thought?
That was rude of you, Brian. You're asking him a question and then you throw to Kev. We'll start with
Well, I
Greg.
didn't know if he had
Well,
the whole list in front of him. I didn't want to put him on the spot.
As a gentleman, I would actually like Greg to go first.
Well, look at that.
I appreciate that.
Just
Thank you
kidding.
very
I'm
much.
excited for
Oh.
night. Go, Greg. Go on.
I think for me personally, it's night one. And I'm excited to see Punk and Roman and Seth. My youngest son is a big CM Punk fan, so it's something I can enjoy with him. So it's night one for me.
Love it. Love it. All right, Kev. The floor is now yours officially.
I agree with Greg. Everything he said about that triple threat. I want to see if Charlotte and Tiffany go to blows, like actually slap the crap out of each other, wrestle stiff at times, not just, go back and forth on the mic. I want to see those two ladies beat the crap out of each other. So I'm hoping that match is one of the best of the night, if not the entire overall weekend. But that triple threat match, what's going to happen? That's going to be exciting.
Joe?
2.
The reason why.
Oh no, there's no reason. Like, Kevin took my time. I'm moving on to Jason. 2.
No, we're fine. We're fine. We got time.
No, it's I think it's a stronger night, stronger card. You got AJ and Logan Paul. You got the Fatal 4-Way. You got the Cena Cody match. That's going to be a spectacle. You got tag match. You got the women's match, the triple threat. So yeah, I think 2 is the bigger night, the one I'm looking forward to the most.
And before I say mine, Brian, for the show, the purpose of the show, this email does not have Logan Paul, AJ Styles on it. So make sure that you have that in when we go through the matches.
Thank you to Kevin for pointing that out earlier. And a negative point to Ariel Hawani's uncrowned Yahoo site, which apparently did not have that, as I copied and pasted from the page.
Yeah.
But the algorithm does say always use 2 sources. And Kevin, I'm going to give you props for your shirt for Pick'em night. You're wearing a shirt that says Kevin is right.
Oh, the legendary shirt. I got that.
Subtle. Thank you very much, Joe, for noticing.
Very subtle. Very subtle.
But Jay, this is a big one for you because this is maybe going to determine your bathroom breaks for how many times are you going to be able to skip out depending on the night.
Yeah, I mean, night 1 is a little better than night 2, but I'm going to be up in the what did we call it, Joe? They're not the pours because
the mids.
The mids.
Yeah.
So I'm in the 400 section with the mids, and I don't know what it's going to be like. I've been very spoiled, very well taken care of with tickets in the past, so this will be interesting.
All right. I'm also going night 1, and I think it's for some little reasons. Certainly that Tiffany Charlotte one, I'm like, that's the biggest, I think, toss up for me when we get to the predictions. But another one I'm just keeping my eye on closely is this is a big spot for Jade Cargill. She came in with so much hype. And for the most part, either she's been tagging with Bianca or been off television. I'm
not ready for prime time.
That's what we're about to find out. Exactly. So this is a huge spot. Naomi is obviously a longtime veteran to pro. I've enjoyed their feud. This heel Naomi's a fun thing. But yeah, it's like this is the time. Are you going to be able to deliver on all that potential and promise that people see in you? So I'm really excited for that. And really all of those matches, maybe War Raiders New Day, and maybe not so much that one, but all the other ones, I'm like, got some sort of vested interest in and very curious as to how they'll play out. So yeah, night 1 is going to do it for me. So it's going to be a lot of picks coming up. And Kevin is the keeper of the picks as he just returns to his seat. So that's good because we can't do this without him. He has an immaculate Excel spreadsheet for recording all. Are we at 14 or 15 matches now that I have the AJ match on there?
It's so much that I had
So
to zoom
many.
it out to like 40%
Oh my God.
on the screen to be able to see as many matches as there are. It's a lot. 13
It's
matches total.
okay. And we're thinking maybe there's a Randy Orton match, but we don't know what that may be. And we're gonna have 2 bonus questions, which we'll do at the end too. So this is just the picks on steroids. Kev, real quick, what are the standings? It's been a long time since we
Yeah.
even did this for the Elimination Chamber.
It's been a long time since we gave Joe his props. He went crazy during the Elimination Chamber. He has 10 points. I have 8. And then Brian, 7, guest picker with 6. Greg, you have the opportunity to make up a lot of ground. And Jason, still close behind with 5.
All right.
We're only 2 events in. We have
it's
so
early.
many,
Very
many.
early. I think one of us might have been eliminated by this point last year. So far, so good. Let's start it off with night 1. How about we start with that Jade Cargill and Naomi match? Greg, what's the start here?
You know what? There's a lot of indifference towards this match.
Okay.
I feel like it's just been kind of not a whole lot behind it. You know that she was attacked by Naomi, presumably. I think it's a foregone conclusion. I think Jade wins this one. I think that's the only way to go.
All right. Jay, over to you.
Naomi. This is the most exciting Naomi has ever been to me in 40 years that she's been in WWE.
So you're
This
feeling the
is
glow?
best. I'm feeling a little something
Right.
And it's
right now.
She's a longtime veteran.
Feeling it.
Okay. Somebody tell Jimmy Uso what's up.
Did you see the Twitter?
Yes,
More
I
like-
did. Thank you for sharing
Naomi's
that.
Jade accused her of going to get a Brazilian butt lift, and Naomi responded with, the only butt shots I take are from Big Jim. Love
Woo!
that. Yeah.
Mamma mia.
No heat. Okay. Kev, over to you.
I have to go with Greg. I think Jade's gonna.
Greg's not in the match. You have to pick Naomi or Jade.
dang. I guess in
clarify.
that situation, I'm gonna have to go with Jade.
Okay.
All right. Joe?
This one's not a foregone conclusion for me because it's like Jason makes a good point with this is the most exciting Naomi has been, but I feel like we got to have some feel good moments because I have a feeling this is going to be a very heel heavy WrestleMania. So Jade wins.
All right. I'm also going to go with Jade. Obviously, just talked about what a big spot it is for her. I think I read, too, this is the first ever one-on-one women's match at WrestleMania that's not for a title or doesn't have like a stipulation. This is just a grudge match fight. So pretty cool for both those girls. Give me Jade for that one.
Better hope you're right. All of you.
Listen, we got a lot of picks to go. Don't be putting that
But
out
this
there
is the
yet.
one you're going to
The
brag
first
about.
match.
Good for you.
Right. We're just starting, Jay. Come on. All right. How
I
about
picked Naomi.
Rey Mysterio, El Grande Americano? All right, Greg, here we go with this one.
All right. El Grande Americano. We know who you are. You're Chad Gable.
Ooh.
But
Allegedly.
I would love to see some sort of swerve where he's in the crowd. It would be awesome to see. I don't know who they get to pull off Chad Gable's look because that's 100% Chad Gable. It's awesome if they can do it, but I think that Ray wins this one.
All right.
You know those knit things you can buy where like people wear the hoodies that it looks like it's the face? You've seen those?
Right.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if you just saw like somebody walking in the crowd and like the camera goes right to him. Greg, I have to agree with you. I think maybe this is the point where Ray will rip off the mask, or he goes to rip off Ray's mask and he rips off El Grande's instead to reveal Omos underneath it. But I think Rey Mysterio is going to win.
Stole my Omos joke.
I did.
Jay, over to you.
It's not Chad Gable. It's Juan Cena.
He's
Juan
back.
Cena. El Grande Americano is going to win, and he's going to lose his mask. We will see who he officially is Sunday.
I think I like that a lot. Joe?
This will be heel numero uno pick. It's going to be El Grande Americano winning, and how they can do it in the crowd. He can
Donald
be
Trump.
sitting. he could be sitting up in the mids next to Jason, and they could pre-tape it beforehand because you'll never be able to see him anyway.
I may or may not be sitting in WWE seating, so
Right.
It might work out.
It very well may.
El Grande Americano.
I wonder how you say that wrestling podcast in Spanish.
There's got to be a Google Translate for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Excuse me.
wrestling podcast.
How about for me? I'm going El Grande. The one thing I will say is, does Rey Mysterio really need another win at WrestleMania? You talk about Naomi's 40-year career. Rey's double that. He's at 80. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, Grande gets it. I like your idea, Jay. Maybe there's the unmasking after, but yeah, he's gonna win. He's gonna give me the El Grande for all the
he's
proud
worked
citizens.
too hard to not get this moment and shine. Go ahead, Joe.
Ese podcast de lucha libre.
Hey,
Next shirt.
there it is. Thank you.
Screenshot that and send it to me, Joe. I'm
That's
gonna make
a
that
shirt.
I'm gonna make that a t-shirt.
Wonderful. All right. Let's go to the U.S. Championship. The champ, LA Knight, against Jacob Fatu. Greg, what's the story here?
Yeah, Jacob Fatu's just an animal. I think you're going to see it come out at WrestleMania. LA Knight, dead man. I think it's Jacob Fatu all the way.
And Greg's not clowning around.
That's good. That is good. Jay, what do you got here?
None of you picked up on it. Great. What are we talking about? Oh,
Clowning around. Yeah. I don't get it. I'll get to it eventually. Jacob, LA Knight, buddy.
I'm gonna go LA Knight. I think Solo tries to interfere, fucks shit up, and LA Knight wins, but then we get Sokoa Joe and Jacob Fatu at the next.
Sokoa Joe. I've never heard that before. That's good. All right, Kev.
That's why I'm the algorithm.
I think Jacob's been on a tear. I think he deserves that title opportunity. I feel like LA Knight's just kind of gone a little stale, and I was hot on the guy. I'd like to see what Jacob can do with the title around his waist. So I'll go Jacob Fatu.
All right. So we got two for Jacob, one for LA Knight. Joe?
Heel number 2, Jacob Fatu. He's the one who wins. And
how are you?
This is going to be
That
LA
rhymed.
Knight, like seeing if he can get back into the main event scene. Like I think he just needs to get past the U.S. title. So Jacob Fatu.
All right. I'm also going LA Knight. Jay was kind of reading my mind. I think that there's some Solo Tama Tonga shenanigans that backfire. Very interesting too. I don't know if it'll play out this week, but maybe on like next week's SmackDown. If you guys saw the report that New Japan's Jeff Cobb have requested his release. I think his last day is the 19th. He certainly has, he's from Hawaii, so it's certainly kind of a extended bloodline thing. So keep an eye on that. Again, maybe not at Mania, but in the weeks to come. So it could be something there. But yeah, give me LA Knight. We'll give him the win on that one. War Raiders, New Day. It's the tag championships. Greg?
The New Day's been around for a long time. We've been making jokes about 40 years and 80 years. The New Day have their WrestleMania immortality. The War Raiders really haven't done much with the tag titles. I feel like they've got lost in it. So give it to the heels. The New Day wins and put some energy back into that tag team division.
See that logic for sure. Jay? You're big War Raider supporters. I know that.
I am.
Or is it a new day and you'll pick someone else?
I don't know. Let's go New Day because nobody cares about the New Day. So we'll go with the New Day.
New Day it is. 2 for 2. Kev?
I care about the New Day. Sad. I think they to continue with their bad boy kind of.
No, they're just bad. You can say they're horrible.
They need the titles to mean something. Is this kind of if you were going to take a pee match, if you're not going to wear it, depends, Jay, and never go pee, this is the match I would say that would probably be your pee break. New Day, victorious.
Will they sell those at the WWE World? The WWE depends.
Taped like Triple H's helmet.
It's got pictures Mae Young on there or something.
Yeah.
All
It'll
right,
be like
so
those contenders boxer briefs that have the title on.
might be onto something here. All right, Joe. So it's a New Day sweep right now, I think, right, Joe?
It is.
Heel number 3, New Day.
Okay. Yeah, I'm making a clean sweep. Yeah, I've kind of lost hope about my but Big E's gonna come back, right? And he's gonna take him on, and it's gonna be so awesome. I just don't see it happening. I think Peter Rosenberg said him and Big E will probably be in catering during that match. So New Day gets the W and see where it goes from there.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Thanks.
Thanks, Granny.
It's the women's championship. It's Tiffany and Charlotte. Greg, what was your take on was it a shoot? We're talking about divorces and Kaisers and DMs.
Yeah, I think that part of it wasn't planned, but I think everything that's happened after has been all part of the big picture of it. And I've actually enjoyed it. Joe made a good point last week. Charlotte's fell into this habit of just playing the same character over and over again. And I really could have cared less about what was going to happen with this match until about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I think that this is actually going to be better. Both women are very athletic. I'm going to go the other direction, though. I think Tiffany pulls this one out. I think she's going to win this one.
Oh, Tiffy time. Great job. Joe, don't let your head get too big over that praise on your analysis, buddy. Okay, jeez.
He's a bright guy.
Jay, it's Tiffany and Charlotte. You're looking right at Joe, dead in his sunglasses eyes. Say what you need to say.
Go on, Charlotte.
Of course you are. Of course.
And then we get Tessa Blanchard to.
That's
For the bonus point.
That's right.
No, you get Brock Lesnar coming out.
Brock comes to the front, Charlotte. Now we're talking.
And Kevin will be so happy because no one would have saw it coming.
Yeah, and
Brian's
Brian's gonna be happy because
I fell off the couch, all right. Yep. Yes, I did. All right, Tiffany for Greg and Charlotte for Jay. Kevin, you have?
I like everything Tiffany has been doing. I don't want her to fall into the trap of losing to Charlotte, so I'm going to pick with my heart here and go Tiffany. I don't want her to fall into the trap. So
all right, Tiffany, it is. Joe,
Charlotte.
I think I know who you're saying. Yeah,
Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm going Tiffany.
Because if she wins, I get the point, and if she loses, I win.
You're happy.
But it's another heel. That's 4.
It's a win-win. Okay. I get your logic here. I get the trend. I'm going Tiffany. Yeah, I just don't. She just needs this. She needs this. She got the money in the bank, and if you're gonna make this young talent like her be somebody who's going to be a meaningful player for so long, and I think she needs to get the win. I think the match is going to be fantastic. But this is the one that I like as my biggest coin flip. Absolutely, Charlotte can win for all the reasons that anybody thinks that Charlotte would win. But I don't know. Maybe I'm more in my heart on this one, but I'm going with Tiffany. Gunther, Jey Uso. I can completely confirm as you guys make your picks, but I thought when I was scrolling through the list of the top 50 WrestleMania matches that they've announced that this will be opening night one, Gunther and Jey Uso. Greg?
Give Jay that big entrance.
Didn't I predict that?
We'd have
It's
to
only
go back.
cool when I do that, Joe, not you.
Yeah, but
When the
it's
algorithm does it.
Yeah.
This was another one where I was kind of like, I thought it was a foregone conclusion. Jay had all the momentum, but then Gunther gave that promo Monday night talking about being soaked in the blood of the Usos. And it reminds me a little bit of Tommy Dreamer and the Raven saga where Tommy Dreamer could just never beat Raven. And I think it might be the case with this one too, that Gunther pulls it out and he beats Jay again.
Woo. Great analysis, buddy. Throwing back to ECW days. All right, Jay.
What match is this?
Gunther, Jey Uso.
You know, the Jey Uso thing has been foregone, but I'm going with Gunther. I think that this could go on till SummerSlam.
All right.
Give him a year as champ and then move on. I don't know what.
All right. 2 for Gunther. Kev.
It's not gonna be 3.
Boom.
I'll go with Jey Uso. Just for the fact where if he beats Gunther, great. You beat him after so many attempts. But if Jay loses again, I just don't want to see Jay get buried. Unless he loses and he takes time off, right? Maybe he takes a little vacation. But I'm gonna go with the emotional win. Start off Mania very, very, on a good feeling spot for new champion. I'll go Jey Uso.
All right. 2-1 Gunther and 1 for Jay. Joe, does the heel trend continue?
No, heel trend stops right here. Jey Uso wins. What's next for Gunther will be moving to SmackDown.
All right.
He's already went through all of Raw, so he needs a fresh start, and he can get the Universal Championship.
Yeah, I think Jay's going to get his ass kicked for most of this match. I'm looking forward to that.
He's not.
I think no, he's not. He's gonna get smacked around. I see a late in the match Jimmy Uso appearance to kind of be like the Mick in the corner of Rocky to give him that boost of energy and pride, and he pulls it off. And WrestleMania starts with a whole lot of yeeting. Jay, will you be yeeting? Yeet or no yeet?
Grow up.
That's a no yeet, friends. Okay. Yeah, give me Jey Uso.
Will Jey Uso give the "I can change, you can change" speech after he wins the title?
This isn't in Siberia, is it? No. Or Soviet Russia. All right. That brings us to the main event. It's Seth Roman, CM Punk, with CM Punk having Paul Heyman in the corner. And Greg,
now, this is one of our bonus questions.
Yes.
Okay.
So you will pick who wins,
Okay.
and more importantly, who gets pinned. Because
Who
of being a
gets
triple
pinned?
threat, there's no disqualification.
Yeah.
Correct.
Pinfall or
Okay.
submission. Who takes
All
the
right.
L? Yep.
All right. So I'm going to change things up a little bit then, because I was leaning one way, but now you've made me think another direction. I think Roman wins. Roman has never beat Seth one-on-one, but I think he pins Punk. And that stays alive, and that's how they keep the feud between Seth and Roman going. Because Seth can be like, you won the match, but you didn't pin me. So I think that's why Roman wins.
Ooh. All right. All right, Jay, what do you got here?
Another step to bum ass Roman. Seth pins Punk. Roman loses again. We don't see him for a while. So, yeah.
Seth pins Punk. Okay. And Roman, goes away. All right.
Bum ass Roman.
Kev?
These are going to be a lot of switching arounds. I think Punk wins. It's going to be very, very close to Roman pinning Seth. And I think CM will maybe hit him with the GTS and then pin Seth for the victory. So CM Punk pin Seth. That will eliminate that feud hopefully forever. And then him steal the win kind of from Roman to open up that feud going forward.
Okay.
This is wonderful right now. We have a lot of scenarios. This is great.
Yeah.
It always makes me laugh when people call him CM as like a real first name. That just makes me laugh. I have no idea
man.
why. I don't know why, but it just makes me laugh.
The one and only. Okay, Joe.
Well, I don't have C in this scenario at all, but Roman is going to get his revenge based on last year. He could have beat Cody, but he had to get revenge on Seth, and it cost him the match. This year,
Good thinking.
he gets to avenge that Roman wins. He pins Seth because Seth can't get over his hatred of CM Punk. So it turns the tables on that one. Like Seth will have the win, but then he looks over at CM Punk and he wants to pin him instead. 2 count. Roman comes in. 1, 2, 3.
Damn. All right. I like it a lot. I was kind of thinking the other way. I've got Seth winning. I do think there's a Paul Heyman turn involved. I think that promo Seth did a couple of weeks ago of showing that Roman's not your friend, Punk's really not your friend. I think that wakes up Paul to help him out and get the pin. And I think too when you think about it in non-storyline terms, Seth I think is such the good soldier. Feels like he lost all the feuds to Cody. Night 1 of WrestleMania, him and Cody lose to Rock and Roman. He lost his title night 2 WrestleMania to Drew. The guy loses a lot. So I think this is the big win and the start of a nice heel run. So I will go with
Keep the streak
Who does
going.
Seth pin though?
Yeah, Seth is going to pin CM Punk.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'm
But
going to
boy,
roll these
good
back.
shit.
Hold up, just really quick.
Oh,
This is the only one. Joe, shut up. Okay.
Whoa.
Joe
I think
versus Kevin. Who gets the pin? Yeah.
The
there's a lot.
rematch.
There's a lot of scenarios. So everyone talked a lot. So I just want to make sure. I have CM Punk pinning Seth. Joe, you have Roman Reigns pinning Seth. Brian, Seth pinning CM Punk. Jason, Seth pinning CM Punk. And Greg, Roman pinning Punk.
Yes.
Perfect. Night 2.
Thank you. Night 2.
Joe, no reason to shit yourself. Night 2. Let's
Woo!
Wow.
Woo!
Well, he throws up his arms like a dramatic drama queen. It's weird.
Oh
I think
my
it's go
god!
faster.
Wow, what's going on here?
You both have Pistons gear on, guys. Going to work.
Well, we're bad boy.
I don't like your shirt anymore.
Norman Reigns. Norman Reigns. Norman Reigns.
Let's start off night 2. Night 2 starts. How about we start with a Sin City street fight? It's Kevin. It's Joe. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre.
I would go with me.
After last week,
I
boy,
would go with me. I'll fight dirty.
I laughed so hard watching last week's show because Joe and Kevin were battling, and me and Brian were like,
That was good.
It's like when mom and dad fight.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Let's sit back and see how this plays out.
Years, it finally goes down.
All right, Greg. We got Damian and Drew street fight.
Yeah, these two, they've proved time and time again they can both go. I'm looking forward to this one. I think this is going to be a really good match, but I think that Drew pulls this one out.
All right. Yeah. Great stipulation. I agree. Jay?
Drew.
2 for Drew. Kev?
Drew.
Wow.
3 for 3. Joe?
Drew.
Well, hell yeah. Okay. Let's make it 5 for 5. Yeah. This is like a fun feud, but they needed this street fight stipulation to make this something for WrestleMania. So excited for this one. AJ Styles, Logan Paul. Greg, what's the thought here?
This is, I'm actually excited to see this one too. I know there's been a lot of talk that these two could steal the show. I think Logan Paul pulls this one out, but I think there's some footsteps of Karrion Kross comes in and makes something happen here. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah. So who won? I'm sorry.
Logan Paul.
Logan gets the win.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Logan takes this one.
All right, Jay. Logan and AJ.
AJ Styles.
Okay. Kev?
I think Logan Paul.
All right, Joe?
I feel like it has to be Logan Paul. But I like the idea of Karrion Kross being involved in it somehow, moving on with those two.
Yeah. I'm going with Logan as well. We haven't seen him win a big match in a while. It feels like we saw him lose at SummerSlam to the LA Knight. So let's get him on track. And yeah, I like the Kross involvement. I was watching them going back and forth on Monday, and I was like, if Logan wasn't part of this, they could have made that a WrestleMania match with whatever was going on with it. So give me Logan and going from there with AJ. The women's tag, it is Liv and Raquel versus the contenders, Bailey and Lyra Valkyria. What do you think here, Greg?
This one's just all right. It feels thrown together. There's no reason to
That
have
is.
Lyra have. Yeah, there's no reason to have Lyra to have the Intercontinental title and a tag title. I think Liv and Raquel win this. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Jay, odds on this being a bathroom break match for you?
Liv. Sure. Liv.
Liv and Raquel. All right. Kev, you're shaking your head, it looks like.
That's the same.
Yeah.
I'm just saying because both those guys are way too smart. There's me, and I can't say anything else.
Yep.
Reason enough. Joe?
Yeah, we can't have every title change, so someone's got to keep it. So we got to go Liv and Raquel.
I also will go Liv and Raquel. I think there's been just enough of Bailey just lost to Lyra in an Intercontinental title match, and there's enough like little tension there that I think after that match, Bailey's going to go back to her heelish ways, and that's fine. I'm liking Lyra more and more. She's been growing on me, so let's do some stuff with her in the IC with her and Bailey some more. It's the Women's World Championship triple threat: Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. Another one
Oh, jeez.
And saying
yes.
This is another bonus point. Who wins and who takes the L?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Greg.
This one seems to have been all about Rhea and Bianca, and Io's kind of been in hiding. I think she pulls off an upset. I think Io retains, and I think she pins Rhea, and Rhea just continues her downward spiral.
Weird that she's in hiding when she just keeps getting pie faced week after week after week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Io as well.
And who does she pin? You have two choices: Bailey or not Bailey. Sorry, no, that's not a choice.
Oh, do I?
No, you don't. Sorry.
Bianca takes the L.
Okay. Kev?
I said a couple weeks ago, kind of what Greg mentioned, right? Because she's kind of the afterthought. So I have to go Io. Bianca's undefeated at Mania. I don't think this is the first time she takes the pin. So I think she loses the match, but she doesn't take the pin. Rhea will take the pin. Io will retain.
Okay. Joe?
I'm hoping Io, so I'm picking Io because of how they've been treating her, but I think it's all part of the story, and she is going to pin Bianca, and that means that the feud must continue with Rhea chasing the title, which she'll get at SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's just this one's been such a weird build. Everybody got surprised when Io beat Rhea for the title. It was like, wow, where did this come from? And it just feels a little silly to take it off of her, even though it is WrestleMania. I mean, she just got it like a month ago. So, yeah, I think it's going to be one of those deals where, let's say Rhea hits Riptide on Bianca and Io kind of sneaks in from behind and pushes her out of the way and picks up the pin. I'll go Io with the win, and Bianca does take the loss. And that brings us to the main event of the weekend. The champion.
The IC title.
IC title.
What IC? Oh God, I missed that one. My fault, guys.
The thing that I'm looking forward to the most.
The main event of the evening: Braun Breaker. A main event in any building in the country. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Fatal 4-Way: Braun, Penta, Dom, and Finn. What you got here, Greg?
This is, I think that this is going to be a great match. I think it's too early for Penta to win. I think Dom wins in some sort of screwy finish. Yeah. And then he and Liv both have a title. Yeah. Off he goes with that brand new Intercontinental Championship around his waist. So I think Dom takes this one. And I think, are we talking about who gets pinned? I think he pins Finn.
We don't have to do that.
Okay.
You can.
No. I wasn't even allowed two bonus questions, but I used rank and got two instead of. Originally, I wanted three. Literally, I have on my notes 3 different matches.
What's your?
On my social security number. I'm going with Dom.
Dom. 2 for Dom.
MVP of WWE. Dom Mysterio.
Wow, that would be big. Kev?
Keep it going strong. 3 for 3.
Oh my!
I want to see Double D get his first IC.
Oh my God.
Double D?
Dirty
Dirty
Dom.
Dom.
Dirty
Dirty
Dom.
Dom, Wait
Yeah.
a second.
Not Tiffany time. Yeah.
All right, Joe. Do you love WrestleMania? What happens? Do you
Oh,
love it?
I'm gonna love WrestleMania.
Yeah!
Because, I'm picking Dom, and
All right!
he's gonna push Finn into a Braun Breaker
Oh!
spear, and then pin Finn.
My goodness. Yeah, that's kind of where I was going to, guys. Let's sweep it. Sweep it up for Dom, your new IC champ. And yeah, because the whole like tension of Finn being the dick of the Judgment Day and always like, Finn for the win, follow my lead. It's been going on long enough. Let's have something that's gonna set shit off.
You mean like Finn for the pin?
Finn has taken the pin. Yeah, I kind of saw it the other way of Braun's gonna get Finn with the spear, and Dom does a little shove and picks it up, and and because Braun's destined for bigger things.
We also got some feedback about this one from Angry Grandma.
All fucking four of them were big fucking pussy.
Oh, that's just outrageous, Grandma.
Yeah.
You're not Greg. Apparently.
Don't say that to
you're not.
Congrats.
Braun's
This will be the point of
face.
the podcast when my wife walks in, when I'm listening to him. Goes,
Yeah.
What's Jason saying now?
Right.
Greg has told me like some of the weird shit that I've said. His wife walks in at that exact moment.
Oh my God.
The
And he has
algorithm.
two
No,
small-
that wasn't Jason. That was his grandma.
It was Angry Grandma.
Hopefully we're this lucky. Okay.
Roman Reigns.
Officially now, guys, right? The main event. It's Cody.
Let me
and-
check. Hold up. Okay, you can go.
All right, Cody and John Cena. This is for all of it, guys. Is it 17, Greg, or
Yeah,
does the
you
Cody
know-
train roll on?
Everybody wanted John to come in and smile and be the never give up guy, and his heel turn has been done just perfectly. I've loved everything about it. With Gunther winning, though, I think that Cody pulls this one out.
Wow.
I think that it's I don't know what's leaning me that way, but I feel like Cody's gonna pull this one out.
Man, love it. Okay, Jay. Do we all have to pick what
come
you
on.
pick so we don't have to hear from
me?
you for the next
You don't have to
year?
hear from me for the next year.
No, because he already picked Naomi. So
It's like
if
going
that
into-
happens,
oh,
they
that's
already
true,
got
the
that
Naomi
one, so.
I don't really know, so I
Yeah.
will just pick John Cena.
All right, 1-1, Kev.
This heel turn is everything I've wanted. I don't want to see it stop. I want to see him even prove more how much more of an ass he is. I need Cena to win. I
You
need
hate
it.
John Cena.
I need him to show
You
up
hate
on
John
Raw
Cena.
and SmackDown after both shows, shitting all over the fans. Shit on him after the match. Grab a mic.
If it's on
Whoops, wrong one.
We're live, pal.
Your bitch ass.
Oh, thank you, Rocky.
I had to come
He-
with something because
He,
Will
he
he be
might
there?
be there. Who
Yeah.
knows? He might be there at the end. Tell him
Very
Cody
well may.
to shut his bitch ass
Well,
up. Who knows?
it was announced that Travis Scott will be there, so we got that going for us.
Oh, that's true. He is boys. He is boys with the Rock.
I think John though. John's
All right,
winning.
so it's 2 for John, 1 for Cody. Joe?
Kevin actually did predict this. It was after the Elimination Chamber. Everything that's since happening with this heel turn, Kevin said was going to happen. So I'm sticking with that. He's back to his shirt, I guess.
Oh.
We're gonna go with John Cena is gonna get number 17 because heel or face, 17's a big deal, and that has to be celebrated at WrestleMania. It can't happen at like Money in the Bank or anything else. It has to happen at Mania.
payback. Pittsburgh payback.
Pittsburgh, yes.
Pay backlash.
A personal favorite of mine. Yeah, this is so tough. The one thing that makes me think that I would go with Cody is Cena saying, I'm winning the title and I'm retiring and I'm never gonna be here again. It's like, oh, you still are gonna be here, I think, for real. But I could see Cena winning and just basically saying, yeah, I lied, I'm here. And if he doesn't beat Cody, who is? Cody's got to lose sometime. He's been the champ for just over a year now. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I am gonna pick John Cena. It's crazy.
I know who will beat John Cena.
Norman Reigns.
Norman Reigns.
That is true. That you can't deny that. Wow, the picks are in, guys. It's we're all excited. This is obviously such a fun time as a wrestling fan. Jay, we have just a few minutes left.
Yeah.
Can you give a quick update on how the eBay bidding is going for Greg? We found that Darren Rovell.
He's aware of what's going on.
Okay, just making sure. Didn't know.
I literally was like, "What the fuck? Brian should be bidding on this, not me."
Yeah. What are we at here?
We are at. I'm gonna get stuck having to buy this fucking ring.
What? Yes. Well, we still got time, but
is it still
are you
the
in the
same as
lead?
before?
I am. My max bid is $450. We're still at $392. Yeah, it went up, Greg.
Yeah,
it was $250, then $3, and then I'm like, and then somebody did that bullshit where they bet like they picked $1 more than me.
Yep.
I'm like, fuck this shit. So I went $450, and that's it. Either I'm getting it or I'm not, and it expires around midnight. So when I wake up in the morning, this ain't gonna be like I took an edible and bought a SummerSlam chair. It's gonna be fucking things I do for this show because of how important it is to me. So yeah.
I think that person who bid $1 more than you says fucking program director from Johnstown. He wants his revenge for your social media jab that you did earlier.
I created social media.
The things that Jason does for SA Podcast de la Lucha Libre.
Oh wow, we are multilingual.
I think I might have like 2 Hillbilly Jim LJN figures. So if you win that, I'm going to give you one of my 2. I'll have to go check my tubs.
You know, his Hall of Fame speech is still going on too, like WrestleMania 35.
No. Guys, we got a little over 2 minutes left. Greg, thank you for joining the pod.
Greg.
Yeah.
Awesome job. Jay, safe travels. We will definitely be doing a post night 1 podcast. We'll probably do a post night 2. We'll see if you call in live from Vegas. We'll see how that plays out. That's what's fun about these weekends is you never know what's going to happen.
You know, it'd be more fun if you guys were there, but you know.
Yeah. Thank you to the Easter Bunny for
fuck the Easter Bunny.
prior engagements.
Damn.
YouTube.com/That Wrestling Podcast, at That WrestlePod, social media, and whatamaneuver.net for the merchandise needs. For Greg, our guest picker, for Jason, Kevin, Joe.
Say it.
You say it.
You say it.
Algorithm.
Yes.
Everybody, enjoy wrestling. Enjoy WrestleMania. We will talk to you all throughout the weekend and next week right here on That Wrestling Podcast.
Norman Reigns.
Thanks for listening. Follow That WrestlePod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
1, 2, 3. That's it.